Hey everybody, it's 9:30 Friday night. I got to work tomorrow, so it's time for me to do my shave. It's drill weekend, and so that's when I usually do a night shave. I'll do the same thing tomorrow night, and then Saturday afternoon I'm off for Cali. So I wish I was out there right now because Saturday, aka today, by the time everybody sees this, on the 7th is the SoCal Wet Shaver meetup. Wish I could be there, but it's kind of either choose one or the other. And the other thing I'm going to is extremely important to me. Not that wet shaving isn't, but this is even more important. So on to my shave. I'll get to what the soap last. My last shave with the Let Slant was so good, I'm using it again. I'm using my always trusty Brad Sears 29mm Fat Arley, the longer handle version. The aftershave, since I'm going to bed, I'm going with something nice and nourishing. The Through the Fire Fine Craft Extinguish. It's a raspberry gelato. Figured I'd use something that I'm not too worried about. Sorry, itchy foot. Just want something. I would normally use a balm or witch hazel, but I like the way this feels as well. Onto the soap. It's already I already put it in its own separate jar because I got the puck. Brian sent this to me. It's his new the Jeeves of Hudson Street, the Cranberry Pomegranate. And I hate that I tore all the paper, but obviously gotta get the puck out. And I'll get into the soap real quick here in a second, but let me read the ingredients. Water, stearic acid, it's tallow based. It's got cocoa butter, babasula oil, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, fragrance / essential oils, castor oil, and glycerin. It's 3 ounces. I don't know what he's going to be selling this as, so it's already been blooming here. And I'll say this: the scent was so good off the puck that it got put in my last mason jar. I've been holding on, trying to figure out what's going to go in here. So, real quick, I know this is my first time using this product. He reached out to me, and being a veteran myself, he wanted me to try this. And this soap is going to be his Veterans Day release, and so it's awesome. I get to try his stuff. I like the concept behind it, the scent. But what's really cool is it's also a new formula that he's been working on. Like all artisans, they're constantly working on new stuff, and I guess it's a new formula he's ready to bring to the market. This soap will be limited released, and the really cool thing is I don't know the percentage. That's their business, but his local VFW in Buckner, Missouri, is going to be receiving part of the proceeds from the sales of this soap. I think he said he had about 30 ready right now. I don't know how many he's going to get ready for that release, but I think it's cool that he's putting it towards a cause. He's a veteran himself, so I think that's exceptionally cool. He's giving back to his brothers and sisters. So to me, that's really awesome. I'm really honored to have received this from him. I've never used their product before. Heard good things overall. So you got cranberry and you got pomegranate. In my experience, I don't have many soaps that have cranberry. I've had a few, and I've had some samples. And what I've noticed is that a lot of times the cranberry can be so dominating with that tartness and all that it covers up a lot of other notes. So what surprised me when I opened this up was that right off the bat, I smelled the pomegranate. And when I first saw the scent profile, I figured, okay, when he said he's going to send it, I was like, yeah, I will try it. I'm excited to try your soaps, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, cranberry, as the first note listed, I expected that to really dominate. But pleasantly surprised, the pomegranate is, I'd say it's almost 50-50. I might even, to my nose, the pomegranate might even be actually a little bit more present, and then the tartness is more in the background. All right, we've got a good lather here. I'm also going to do a head shave as well. And I will try to remember on my second pass, like I typically will do on a first impressions kind of thought of a soap, is I will try to remember to do my slickness test. Scent is, of course, that doesn't help. I just got some on my nose. I can definitely smell as I'm shaving. I don't think anybody's going to say it's too light, but for my nose, it could be a hair stronger. Personal preference. But it's still, I can still pick it up as I'm shaving. But I would say it's on par, scent strength wise, with most soaps out there. So I don't think, like I said, I don't think you're gonna have an issue with the scent strength. And of course, as I'm shaving, I've got Kenny and Simon, for the second shave in a row, I think, where they're in the background sending messages back and forth between the three of us. Really cool relationship that's kind of built there. We all admin a page together. The Shaving Cigars and More. So it's included pipes now and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we all three of us chat frequently enough and got the notification up there, sending messages back and forth. Yeah, I would definitely say to my nose, wanted to make sure I got the second dose of lather being put up. To me, the pomegranate is definitely, to my nose, the main note that I smell. I do get that tartness, but it's the pomegranate that takes the cake for me. All right, pass two. Oh, it's hard getting up early tomorrow morning. Being a night shifter, waking up in the morning. The only change I'm going to make today on my shave is I'm going to go ahead and not go against the grain on my chin. Just because I noticed yesterday when when I did it, I noticed kind of had some weird little bumps under the skin. And ever since I had that breakout with infection or whatever it is, whenever I see something like that, I've been getting any kind of under skin kind of stuff, get a little worried. Third pass coming up here, and I will say the scent is, in my opinion, just as strong as it was when I started. So that's extremely good in my case, or my opinion. I also switched during this portion of the shave to the side of the razor that has a little smaller blade gap. I would say the slickness it's there. It's not blowing me away. And by that I mean it's not one of those where it's gonna unplant, say, like beaver wood right. Because to me, I honestly think that's the slickest soap. I do feel as if it's on par with plenty of other soaps, and I'm going to do a quick test. And also test this on my head shave. The way I test it is once I just put regular water on there, how does it feel? Do I feel as if it feels slick enough for me to take, like I just did there, a razor without any cream under it or soap? Do I feel as if I'm comfortable enough doing that? And in this case, the answer is yes. So it definitely performs what I would expect out of a soap, and so no disappointment there. Kind of like having the mustache there right now because it's holding the soap in there. And I really like that because it's keeping that scent under my nose longer since I wasn't doing that part. All right, guys, I'm going to pause real quick, rinse off, do my head shave, and I'll come back and I will give you guys my final thoughts on this product, the overall slickness on my head, and so on and so forth. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm doing my head lather right now, and I just wanted to show that as well because I went back to the puck, reloaded, and I just wanted to show you that in this case I'm getting a more volume in the overall soap, where I felt on the face portion of it I was a little thinner. So I just wanted to show that this is kind of where in some ways I wish I did more like the clean shaver Scott Ostermiller does, where he uses a product for a while and then reviews it. But I just personally, one, I don't know how often I get back to a product, but I've also really liked the idea of somebody giving their first impressions. So just overall, you can see the lather is much better this time. So water to soap ratio, that kind of stuff obviously plays into it. My skin is feeling nice on my face, and I'm going to go to my head shave. I'll be back, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. Definitely, to me, a change in the lather. So I think just a little more, I dialed it in a little right. I don't know if I did more water, less water since it's head versus face. A little harder to judge there, but I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back again real quick. Sorry the neighbor's barking dog in the background, you'll probably hear it some more. But this is the second head pass. I actually put down the injector. I was getting little racing stripes. The blade doesn't look clogged or anything like that. It was before. Cleaned it out, but or for the last time. So I switched. I'm still using the Lutz on my head, which is very rare that I use a D on my head. But I wanted to show you the lather on the second pass. This time I used a lot more water on my head during the wash off, and you can see it's a thinner lather. So with that said, what I've come to the conclusion, at least initial impression, is that this soap does not require a lot of water. And usually, a lot of soaps I put a lot of water in them and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't seem as if this needs a whole lot of water. We'll say this, it's extremely slick right now, being, I would almost say, overhydrated. So I think it comes down to what you're looking for as you go. If you're looking, like say with a straight razor, if you want that extremely slick lather, I would suggest you go ahead and do what I did now, which is, for lack of a better phrase, an extremely hydrated lather. If you're somebody who likes that extra cushion, like you saw in the first head pass, I would say go with less water right off the bat and slowly work it in to the point where it's ideal for you. So just my thoughts. I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Just finished up, about to rinse off, but I just wanted to show you, even though I called it an overhydrated lather, just give you an idea. Yeah, you can see the peaks are falling, but they're still, the bases are still there. So it's still got plenty of cushion, but it was just a thinner, more slick version of the lather. So I've got my summer version of Austrian water. I'm guessing it's as cold as what Thomas the Shave Tank would normally have. Go ahead and put my splash on. So I think you guys have already, as going through, you guys have already kind of got my idea of the performance of the soap. So I really honestly don't think I have much to say in wrap up, because in a lot of ways, I think by you guys getting to see two different lathers, and for me as, to see two different lathers as well, versus just one, I think that, to me, it was huge, because normally I don't go back and go to the puck. I'll just go with what I have. But I found, luckily, going back to it, I was able to kind of diagnose, in my opinion, a little bit more about the soap. So that's kind of my impression of it. I think, like I said, scent-wise, it's fantastic. That's why I got put in that jar right away. I put way too much, way too close to my eye. This aftershave has menthol, so this eye already kind of, it's not strong menthol, but it's so close to my eyeball. So the scent was a winner right off the bat. Performance, like I said, I got to see two different sides of it. So I think the slickness definitely improved the more water I added. The less water was more cushiony. So that's what I've got right there. Simon and Kenny are blasting me. It looks like 36 PMs back and forth since I started my shave. So I'm going to get going, catch up with them real quick. Like I said, fantastic shave. Very weird that I did a DE head shave. So I think I'm going to break apart my Schick injector and try to clean it when I get back from my trip. Dog's barking. I got to go. I got to get ready for bed as well. So God bless everyone. Brian, thank you very much. I hope this soap sells out. Once again, it's the Cranberry Pomegranate by Jeeves of Hudson Street. And I hope, he did mention too, and sorry, this is on the back end, so if you're still watching, awesome. He said that the sales are good and the reviews, the opinions of the users are good. He'd like to possibly consider putting it on his primary line as well. So I hope it does that, because I really do dig the scent. I like pomegranate. I'm glad that it really is prevalent in there. So God bless everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.